And of course, we're doing it on the cell phone because we've had zero luck doing it on the computer. Something's glitching up, but look, I got a little bit of stuff that I need to do. Figured I'd bring you guys along with me if you guys decide to show up, of course. So we're out here in the garage in airbrush land, and we have a few things to do. First and foremost, we need to finish up spraying of the British Shermans, 6 of them, and I went ahead and did the basing of them already, so that's drying. And so we're going to fire up the airbrush, and we're going to use this Viejo Premium Color flat matte varnish, which I'm pretty happy with. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. We'll see if somebody comes along. If not, well, we're going to do this anyway. So I got a little bit of a breeze blowing here. We're going to make sure that we put in the 0.5 needle. That's strange. I don't think I turned this thing on. Am I losing my mind? Yes. Is it on or off? Or is there still air in here? There we go. I guess it was set to such low and there's still air in the tank. That's weird. So we're going to pump this up to about 40 psi. That's more like it. And put in the needle here. We're going to go ahead and do that first because we definitely want to get that done. Yeah, looks clear enough for me. We're going to test this with some of the special formula there that we made. Probably should need to make some more. There we go. That's what we were expecting to hear. All right. So we also have some King Tigers that we have to seal up as well. We're going to go ahead and start with them. These really yucky Pegasus models. Really yucky Pegasus. And then little Mr. Hetzer as well. So let's get, should have plenty of these little clamps here. You can't really tell a whole lot, but there is a tiny little bit of shine on here, and I like to remove that. It makes a big difference, plus the protectiveness of it. Yeah, you could see a little bit of shine there. This flat coat will remove it completely. And this is really the biggest reason why I got an airbrush, was to do this. Because the clear coat is no longer available in stuff that doesn't smell incredibly toxic. And that's even using it in a ventilated area. It is just, it's horrible. So that was the main reason I got this airbrush. The fact that I'm using it for anything else is just an extra bonus. So we've got this Vallejo premium color. This is what it changed it. This is what it looks like now. They always change the bottles. It used to look like this. And somehow they thought they could sell more of them. It's the same product though. 62.062. And it's specifically for airbrush acrylic. It is pretty thick. Some people claim to thin this down. I don't. As soon as you thin it, you start affecting how flat it is. So we're just going to grab Mr. Hetzer. We'll just go over lightly. The secret is you got to use a 0.5 needle. You can't just use the 0.35 that most things come up with and expect it to work and not jam. Okay? And I got a little piece of styrofoam here. I like to put it in here, and you can just use it to dry over here. It'll dry in no time. Stuff's super, super thin. All right, next one up. And you've got to go over it again. If you're not happy with it, you can always go over it with it again. But just keep it moving. That way you're not. Well, this is the turret that goes with that one. This is the two-tone one. Oh, we're almost out. Let's go ahead and put more of it in there. There we go. Be dry in no time. Okay, now we do the hole on the other one. And literally in about 5-10 minutes, you'll be like, oh, this looks great. Because you just evened everything out. And it's like super flat. Okay. We've got enough of these little knickknacks left. Let's go ahead and unclip this tiger, king tiger. God, I mean, they're dry already. It dries in no time. Let's try this. Let's do the shitty one first. That's the front line. I'm not really sure how I'm going to be able to do this. We got to be really careful. Mr. Slaber, welcome. Good, it didn't fall down. Adding the little antennas makes a big difference. I think it just adds another three-dimensionality to it. And we got wind, we got a high fan blowing this way, and I can't even smell this stuff. Okay, let's see if we can put this somewhere strategic. There we go. How's the lag? How's the lag on this feed? This is just total mobile. Is the computer, whatever, is not. It's not dealing with YouTube. I don't think it's the computer. I don't use my computer for much. Pretty much just use it to film. All good. It's a Sunday. What could go wrong? Oh. Shouldn't be any problems on a Sunday. Unless it's a work day for you. Am I at alligator clips? I thought I had. You know, you always have plenty till you don't have enough. Okay, well, we'll rotate through them. Picture size is small. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. I don't like filming with a phone for a few reasons. The biggest reason is that I can't take pictures of them and show you, you know? So, that's what we're going to do for now. It's either that or we don't do a show at all this weekend. Because the last 2 days has not wanted to work properly. And I haven't done anything different. Okay, we'll put this one over here to dry. Now see how this king tiger turret is doing. It is completely flat. Completely flat. Zero shine. Okay. And we'll just keep rotating through them. Where is the body for that Sherman? That is the Firefly? Oh, we already did it. Okay. I'm getting ahead of myself. The Britannia one. God, this thing is heavy. This is Acheron. A Squadron Firefly. Kind of hard for it to pull when you're moving it around and you got this thing blowing everywhere. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and just take it off of here. And then this one, I'm just going to grab this one by hand. And just set it right there. A hell of a lot better control than I have with the spray cans. That's one of the things they don't tell you. It's like, man, it's hard to spray some of this stuff that's thick. You got to thin it down. Well, you can do that, and then it doesn't adhere properly. I don't like doing that for the primer for the sealing. What they don't tell you is just you just got to use a bigger nozzle. 0.5. 0.5 is where it's at. A lot of airbrushes don't come with a 0.5, so it was like a $15 investment. Done. Priming with cans is okay. Bought a proper airbrush and compressor set up 4 years ago. Moved around a bit. Will be moving into my own home again at the end of July with a dedicated hobby room. Well, I'm really interested to see what this garage is going to be like when it's about 100 degrees outside. I have a feeling it's still going to be comfortable in here. This guy did a hell of a job insulating this house, including this garage. And yeah, I plan on playing here. This garage is really, really big. So I have fans and all kinds of stuff. The lighting in here is incredible. Incredible. But the only reason I switched to using airbrush is because the stuff I used to seal with, they discontinued it. Let's take Mr. Hetzer off. Put the last one here. And then we're going to go move these things off to the side. And we're going to prime some stuff in olive drab. Not because that's what I'm going to do next, but I already have the airbrush with a big needle. Might as well do that. I've never used any of the primers other than the black. It's a weird material though, but it seems to work pretty well. Now, let's take a look at some of the things that I did. I'm noticing a little bit of shine on this King Tiger. There we go. Sometimes it gets stuck a little bit. You just can't give up. If you give up, the airbrush wins. Let's see how this turret did. Now, even though these King Tigers will end up turning out okay, I cannot recommend anybody buying these Pegasus things. They're a piece of crap. Glue that won't stick together. That is just like a huge problem. That is a huge problem. Let's see how we're looking over here. And these guys weren't very shiny to begin with. She's okay. The front line one. That one's good. That one's good. And I think I'm going to paint a background today. I'm not bold enough to do that shit live yet. Only takes like 10 minutes, but I think I'm going to do a Normandy background. So when it's time to take photos of these guys, but I probably should do a video of that at some point, just to show you how easy it is. Even using craft paint. You don't have to use a expensive artistic tube paint. I wish I had that, but Hetzer's got a Hetz. And we do have a tank commander already painted. He's drying in there. I think we're good. I think we're good with all this stuff, so. How much of this stuff we got left? Very little? All right, let's just blow it out. That's it, all right. Hopefully I still have a paper towel. I do. Yeah, I used to use this company called Model Master. I don't know if they had that where you were at, but they decided to discontinue. Yeah, so this is almost has like the scum, which is thicker, and that's what causes it to gum up. Can't really use traditional thinner on it. It behaves oddly. No need to spend $30 on something to, blow a bunch of paint in there. Like, be smart with your money, folks. Be frugal where you can be frugal, and all right, so that's done. What do we got next? We have this is the green stuff piece that I had to remake because I lost it. Mantlet. Today's word is mantlet. Okay, so we're going to put some of this Vallejo black. That's the only thing we need to use it for? I think so, just the turret, so just a wee bit. Never came across any in South Africa. Citadel, Army Painter, and Vallejo are most common. Army Painter is now hard to find all of a sudden here. And Citadel, too. I'm only going to put a little bit of this. What are you running this? About 45 PSI. Let's bump it up to about 50. And this we don't want to hold on to because it creates a mess. I do have a set of sandbags for the front of this. That this will have, like the other M4 that I have from Armor Fast. That's it. That's all it should be. Now this I'm going to scoop up as much as I can of this stuff. This stuff likes to gum it up. I was watching a video and the guy said, hey, make sure you use like hot water. And it works great, except I don't have a place that I can keep hot water around. You get like come across one of those little cup warmers. That'd probably be handy. Now we're going to use olive drab, which I don't think I brought it out here. I'm going to go inside and grab it. Vallejo olive drab. It just speeds the process up, just airbrushing it. I'll be right back. I'll take this opportunity to show you the old olive drab, which used to be called brown violet. It's still code 887. This isn't available anymore. And this new one is also 887. And this one's actually called US olive drab. This is supposedly the replacement for this, but they're two totally, fairly different colors. So you have a lot of Armor Fast stuff. They're supposed to be bringing out new stuff. Well, I'm looking for some M10 tank destroyers that are affordable. That seems to be like a impossible ask because they're not very affordable. And the old model of them had no gun breech inside of it, which is a problem because you've got a completely turret that's almost completely open. And you know, the gun breech is kind of like a big deal, you know. And I could actually deal with it not having the ammo racks, but not having the gun breech is kind of a problem. But I've got those two M4s. I got a couple Panzer 4Ds that I kit bashed, added a lot of details to them. That was a lot of fun to do that. If I don't have to, I can always walk away from it. You know, here's the bottom of the other Sherman. And then we've got a couple of Altaia US half tracks with 81 millimeter mortars. I believe they're 81s. I have two of those. And a big old heavy as shit Sherman M4A376 that is pure heavy. This thing is so damn heavy. And it's in multiple. This is the color it came in before, so that's not going to work. That just looks hokey. So anyways, I don't have a whole lot of this stuff left. I'm nearly out. So we've been using this. This is significantly greener. But we're going to do a brown wash on top of it that helps ease everything out. So I'm going to thin this down a little bit so it'll flow a little bit better. I still have the scissors here. I'm going to cut the edge of these things down. What pressure we got this at? That's way too high. I'm gonna run about 30. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the 0.5 needle in there. stuff is super thick. And I'm just kind of going with gut instinct. Now, there's this stuff that's available in the UK, of course. Of course it's in the UK. Called Ultimate Airbrush, Ultimate Acrylic. Anyways, it's an Ultimate something or another. And I watched a video on it. I didn't know it was a UK product. And it's basically a universal acrylic thinner. And it even tells you on there how much you should thin it with the airbrush. We're just thinning this with the airbrush thinner from Viejo. So Viejo with the Viejo thinner. But this other stuff supposedly will work on AK and all kinds of other brands. So that's kind of handy. But it's not available in the United States. Okay, this stuff is significantly thinner. Now here, we're actually going to test it on this to get it going right. Okay, so far so good. And let's start off with, put this away. Let's start off with one of these half tracks. Yeah, this is the color they came in before. This is similar to the one that's discontinued. It's a very brown olive drab. Find a place where there's a good purchase on this thing so it doesn't fall onto the ground and get destroyed. I don't mind grabbing onto the running gear. I have to hand paint a little bit of it. It doesn't bother me at all. Just putting the base coat down. We'll let this dry. And then we'll do a strong tone wash on top of it. I got these things for $1. I think these are like $15 things. I got them for $1 from an estate sale. Well, at that point, all I got to do is get $1 worth of enjoyment out of it. Should be relatively easy to do. How are we doing? We got plenty? Yeah. So what I like to do is, see, if I wasn't doing this with an airbrush, I'd be hand painting it. I'd just do like a base dry brush on top of it. Do the round wash, which I used to use Agrax Earthshade until it got prohibitively expensive, and they changed their formula. Mainly they changed their formula. Mix up some more of this stuff. The one I want to bring out more stuff is S Model. I love S Model. S Model is like my favorite one. They give you like a shitload of decals too. Like the Panzer IIs, you get like 2 tanks and decals for 6. It's like, that's just incredible. But they're really limited on what they make. It's not your one-stop shop. Okay, is this going to be secure in there, or is this thing going to hit the ground? We better mix up some more before I get too carried away with this. This cough that won't go away. Dry ass cough. Yeah, the armor fast stuff is really hard to come by. But that's kind of the same way with Plastic Soldier Company. It's like they're really a lot of the 20mm stuff that comes from the UK. It just seems like they're releasing in really small amounts. And people here in the US really don't do stuff in that scale. I do it because that's what I started with. And I really like the scale. And I really like all the figures that I have for it. So I won't be switching to 15s or 28s anytime soon. They could discontinue everything in 20mm and nothing else is available. I'd still stay in 20mm. I got everything I need. Turret, which is also heavy as hell. It has no hatches that are openable. What else we got left? We're almost done. I mean, it really takes no time as long as you don't have a jam problem with your airbrush. I didn't bother stripping those. I just painted over them. That's it, right? Where's the armor fast Sherman? It's here. And the turret for it is... that's what we didn't do. We didn't do the turret in green. Boy, this is teeter-tottering. Let's move this before we got a problem on our hands. Okay. What were you, just round? We'll have to hope that one drop gets us through. I think we're good. Okay. It's going to get dry brushed on top anyways. When we go back over it. Let's go ahead and take this stuff off as much as we can. Can't be a lot of war gamers in South Africa. I wouldn't think. I could be wrong. There's a bunch in Hong Kong. I guess it just depends on the colony. I could see daylight through it. It's good enough for government work. And I did manage to bend the edge of a needle, but that's because it fell on the ground, not because of any other reason. So that's going to happen. Anyways, you can drop shit on the ground. It's going to land on its head, and then you're, But it wasn't nothing major, nothing that can't be fixed. So we've got these. Yeah, and this stuff dries really, really fast. Where's this turret? This turret's heavier than most tanks. It's that Matchbox Dinky. Rinky Dinky. Okay, that's this here. We got the Hetzer. And a couple King Tigers. Oh, wrong one. This goes on the 2-color one. Where's the other turret? Still hanging out here? Yep, it's totally flat. Stuff works really well. And it has zero smell. All right, and then the British Shermans. Go there. Firefly turret. That's Ajax, one of the 17-pounders. And the other one is Acheron. This one's from Britannia. And the other one, this 176, is the one from Frontline, Almond. They're all A-name tanks because it's A squadron. And then Arrogant is the command one. Or it has the commander sticking out of it, let's put it that way. And then the other two are Ardent and Argyle. Okay, so all these guys are ready to go from the airbrushing station. Go back inside. That's it. I don't leave the needle inside. Don't have to do any kind of major cleanup. Drain the air. And that's pretty clean to just roll right into it next time. It's pretty consistently not giving me any trouble. And yeah, that's the airbrushing thing. Just get one of these. Just get some kind of jug, a milk jug, anything like that you can just blow into. You don't have to spend $30 on one of these things. And that's just money poorly spent if you do that. So, all right, folks, thanks for stopping by. It was not even an hour, so yeah, I'm getting quicker at this process. So we'll see you guys on the next one, and see you soon.